Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Touchdowns to Home Runs. Now that football season's over, well, it's not really over, the AAF is still on, but NFL is over, NCAA is over. It's time to get into baseball season, and for today's episode, I'm going to be picking each of my favorite picks for division winners in the 2019 MLB season. Now, for each division, I'm going to be picking two teams. The first one is my pick for the division winner, and then for each one, I'll also have a runner-up. So, for the AL East, my champion for the division, I had the Boston Red Sox again. They're just overpowering. They got so much on the team. Jackie Bradley Jr., Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts, Steve Pearce, and then the pitching like Chris Sale, David Price, all those guys. They won last year. I think they have a good shot at winning back-to-back again. And they're just a great team. I am a Jays fan, so it's hard to say that the Red Sox are good, but I have to because they are a good team. And my runner-up is the New York Yankees. Again, there isn't really much competition in the AL East. Like, the Orioles are done. Like, they've lost everyone. The Jays are rebuilding. We're just waiting for Guerrero to come up, Bichette to come up, Biggio to come up, all those guys, and build our team. So, and the Rays, they're doing okay, actually, but the Yankees, obviously, with Judge and Stanton and Gary Sanchez, a bunch of other guys like that, they're obviously the runner-up in the division and have a good shot at getting the wild card spot. Now, for the AL Central, this is, in my opinion, the weakest division in the MLB. I have the champion as the Cleveland Indians. There's just no one else in this league. Like, they've stood out in this division. There's no one else in this division. And the Indians have stood out the last couple years in this division, and I think that's going to stay like that. And my runner-up for this division is the Twins. I just feel like they're a young team, but I feel like they have the talent and stuff to be a contender to try to get into the playoffs. They got in 2 years ago. I think that they could be a potential wild card team, but the division's just weak, and I wouldn't bet on them making the playoffs. But if I had to pick a second runner-up in the AL Central, it'd be the Twins. Now, in the AL West, I have the Astros winning their division. Again, the division's okay. It's still better than the AL Central, but the Astros stand out. Obviously, you have Altuve, Correa, George Springer, Bregman, all those guys. And I think that they're going to win the division again. And if I have to pick a runner-up for the AL West, it will obviously be the Angels. You can never count out Mike Trout. You can't really carry a team in baseball, but he certainly helps out a whole lot and always makes his team a contender for playoffs. So, yep, that's why the Angels are my runner-up for the AL West. Now moving over to the NL side of things. In the NL East, this is obviously the strongest division in the MLB now. My champion for this division is the Atlanta Braves. I know that a lot of people have the Phillies, and they are my runner-up, but the Braves, they added Donaldson. They still have Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies, and my favorite player on this team is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's been a stud in this league ever since he came in, and I think that they will win this division. And like I said before, I had the Phillies coming in second. Obviously, they signed Harper. Just on a side note, I'd like to thank you, Bryce Harper, if you're watching this, for choosing number 3. Obviously, I am a big Halladay fan, and I respect you so much for choosing number 3 instead of 34 because you said he should be the last one wearing 34. So thank you for that. And again, they have a good team. Harper, of course, JT, Realmuto. Then you got like Rhys Hoskins and Aaron Nola pitching. So again, I think they'll be the runner-up in this division. And then even the rest of the division too. Like the Marlins are garbage. Like, I'm sorry, Marlins fans, but you guys aren't good. But the Mets are still a decent team. And who's the last one? The Nationals. Even though they lost Harper, they still have Scherzer. They still have Trey Turner. They still have a bunch of other guys, and they could still be a contender for the playoffs. Now, NL Central, I have the Cubs winning. I just think that even though they didn't win last year and the Brewers won, they still have the best team in that division, even though like the Cardinals just improved. They got Goldschmidt. Like with Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Javier Baez, the list goes on. I still think that they're the best team in the NL Central, and they will win the division. And then my runner-up is the Milwaukee Brewers. Obviously, they had a great season last year, and they will continue to do so this year. Kristen Yelich really broke out last year, and I think they'll be the runner-up in the NL Central and probably a playoff team. I see them making the playoffs again, but again, the NL is really stacked this year, and it will be harder to make the playoffs if you're an NL team this year. And NL West, my champion is the Los Angeles Dodgers. They've made the World Series twice in a row, and just the way they're playing, I think that they're going to stay at the top of their division, even though they got tough opponents. I still think they got the depth in pitching. Obviously, you have Clayton Kershaw, so he's the best pitcher in baseball. And then hitting, you still have like Bellinger, you still have Justin Turner, a bunch of other guys like that. And then the runner-up in this division is I have the Colorado Rockies. The rest of the division, like even I think the Padres won't do that well this year, even though they got Machado. Giants, I don't think they're going to do well. And then the Diamondbacks just lost Pollock and Goldschmidt, so I don't think they'll do good. And the Rockies are a good team. You have Arenado and Charlie Blackmon. Charlie Blackmon is like the most underrated player in baseball. He's a great player, so I think they will be the runner-up in the NL West. So, yep, those are my predictions for each of the divisions in the MLB. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe.